for me, I'll tell you what I can tell you can be my opinion. Wanive said, Komano, I like what the US is, okay, because they are into federal system of government, whereby say state makaidi as you have said. We have seen people pushing for that same agenda. Okay, ajina chakufa jihana, not chakufa jihana, but ndani jihana yu mwana wako chakufa jihana ya amenendo nsogolero afford. They've been pushing that agenda. Okay, let's have a federal system of government. Agumporo akalendi malamulo wao. Abagati akalendi malamulo wao. Au kuso akalendi jane akalendi malamulo wao. Zibane ziyasima tandizo nena kuti ndi mmene chikhalidwe chanu mene mmachionera mukozo panga malamulo okukomerani pa chikhalidwe chanu mene mmachionera. We've got my issues akujani akukondanani kwa vumbwe kuli orphanage ina yake nzungu amagonana.
Yeah.
You see, so someone you've rescued him from a certain situation. Mwagampeza situation ine antu amutandize komaso they are taking advantage over them. They are raping them. Okay, so you need to have like proper systems that are well monitored and well supported.
Hello, lovely people. It's that time again of emergency meeting right here on Podcast Malawi. And of course, you're with me, Ngugi International, and not forgetting my lovely co-host,
Cardinal Henry.
Cardinal Henry is in the building. Woo, woo, woo. I do this for Henry, but he doesn't do this for me when I mention my name.
You're the one who is in the building because you're not in the building last week.
But anyway.
Actually, Malawi Ngugi International is in the building today.
Woo, 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 woo.
Exactly.
Put some fire there. But anyway, as usual, emergency meeting is all about, conversations that are interesting, conversations that are happening in Malawi and beyond, interesting things that are happening. So we get to look into some of these stories and we give out our own opinions. Remember, these are our own opinions. Everybody is entitled to their own opinions. As Podcast Malawi, as Podcast Malawi, if I also go as Ngugi International, I'm entitled to my own opinion, not as Podcast Malawi, but as me. Henry is entitled to his own opinion too, as Henry, not as Podcast Malawi. People need to get that.
It's Podcast Malawi, yeah.
Yes,
it's
me.
It's not like with Podcast Malawi akuzo
ine ndugu yangu kwa maganizo anga kwa ndugu yangu apart from your Podcast Malawi. Mwina so dinene mujije wa jonvega buno. So you people are personalizing these things too much. Everybody can speak whatever they want. They can say whatever they want to say. You too, you that is watching, you can also say whatever you want. You can have your own opinion on different matters, and that's okay.
Yeah.
Freedom of speech and expression is allowed. I'm sure we have that in this country.
So ngani ndonena kuti tindi maganizo osiana.
Exactly.
We can all be at Podcast Malawi but have different opinions. Okay?
And this week and this week we had World Press Freedom Day.
Yeah.
All about promoting the freedom of speech, the freedom of the press, the media, speaking out or voicing out on different matters that are happening. So it's okay. It's allowed. You get me?
Zambiri zvone zimagambidwa vanhu soti ndi maganizo a Podcast Malawi. Ndi maganizo ama individuals a Podcast Malawi. Timata kusiyanaso maganizo ndithu pa nkhani zimene ino kunjako mukuzona ngati ndi maganizo a Podcast Malawi. We want to clear that. Kuti sikuti chilichonse chimene chimabwera pano ndikuti mukandiona ine muziti ndi awa watu amene amalankhula zakuti achi, mwina ineyo ndi maganizo ofanana ndi anu, okay? But I think it's sometimes also good to be here and say kuti this is my opinion over something. It doesn't mean kuti we all have like same opinion like Podcast Malawi crew. No, we don't have same opinions. We've got different opinions.
A lighter example is this. It's just the same as how me and Henry are. Some people can like my presentation, and some people can like Henry's presentation. And that does not mean that just because I present in a certain way that people don't like, I'm bad, or Henry is bad just because you also speak in a certain way. Let's move forward. Let's just move forward and let people be.
Koma tinakangana nkhani tinakangana tisanayambezi, but anyway it's
Maybe
fine.
that's how we're also
anakana kuti nkhani zozibwere kunoko ndangolula kuti unakana. But anyway, I felt like that was an issue that has to be dealt with in an emergency meeting. It's fine. Let's proceed to today's agenda.
Anyway, today we have different interesting stories. And one of our first story, on a good note, we want to talk about Tabitha. All right, so Tabitha is our superstar, making headlines. Go France, go, you know. I think most of you know her, and those that don't, I'm sure you know her by now. But Tabitha has been making headlines. She's been doing so well in women's football. So I think recently, let me just read the story that came out so that you guys were together, so that you guys are aware of what's happening. Just okay, so Malawi's women football star Tabitha Chawinga has been named 2023-2024 D1 Akema Player of the Season in her debut season in France. So she's been named Player of the Season, which is a big deal. And this is not in Malawi, this is in France. So you can imagine how big that is for our country. That means she's putting Malawi on the map. And despite that, she was also she's also set to win the Golden Boot Award in the league, as she has netted 18 goals for PSG. I remember ndimaona mamimi zintawi nage kuti antamabanga compared to Aina Messi kuti she has scored so many goals. She's the goat. She's the god. She's our god. She's our god of the country because she's putting Malawi on the map. And this is a young girl that's coming all the way from Malawi, the northern side of Malawi, and she has been able to, you know, move from Malawi all the way to France, you know, flying our flag high. So it's beautiful to see Gugu has been making, you know, strides in this football, women's football, and a lot of people are happy. We are happy, you know, and I don't know, what's your take on this?
I think we narration Sangalala because of the strides that she's making. She's really representing us kwambiri, like ukamaona nkhani ngati zimene zimene Tabitha akuchita, even her sister tunena pano ali ku America, anali I think football player amene anachinya zigoli zambiri the whole of last year. Okay, that's her sister. So these are like sisters that are making big strides out there, like representing us, you know. So being named as player of the year go France in a French league, I mean, it's something that we have to applaud.
It's a big deal.
It's a big deal. It's a big win for us. It's a big win for Malawi. It's a big win for Malawi football women players and all that. Those aspiring players that needs to be there one day, that wants to be there one day. This is only a good day. It's making us proud, and we are so much happy to have Tabitha representing us out there, because even her numbers are crazy, very crazy. And the number like Jonena would ish like. Also, you know?
And I think she's also the face of her team right now, because I'm seeing Gugu ma team because she's a player of the season.
Oh, yeah, she's a player of the season. She
needs to be the face of the
team.
She's
a player of the season.
So,
I mean, I think, but taking it back with the even kungambira like career yake ku Malawi kuno. Mwina ambiri career yake ku Malawi kuno Sydney Sate, but she was playing for Didi Sunshine kulilonge kuno. After kulilonge kuno, she went out there anapita ku dziko lina like, and then she went to China. Tunena bano ndi player wa timu ya ku China won. Okay, ndi player wa timu ya ku China imene kumwango mupanga loan. I think for me it was just a matter of kuti ndimango dandaula kuti chifukwa chani adakalibe kuti adakali ku timu ya ku China, because I think it was a matter of ma contract and how imeneyo I'm yet to look into the contract kuti contract yake inali yochuluka bwanji, you know, because last year she was loaned ku Inter Milan ku Italy. Okay, there and now in a golden boot anachinya zigoli 23. This year ali kuti I mean, she was loaned also kuyani ku PSG, ku France. Okay, kumene also alindi ma chances owina jani, owina golden boot.
Actually, I remember she's
set to win because mwina ndekuti number 2 ali kutali, you know. So I think for me my worry was kuti mwina timu ya one inakampanga this because as it stands in the player wa one wa ku China, which means unena kuti they can call her back. And you know, I think Chinese football sinafike pa Japan kuti at a world class way. Tima isata kwambiri. Kaya mwina tiza isata pote mwina the writers will be writing about them. But PSG is a team that is playing in the Champions League, is a team that is playing in a League One. Ma league one na good even their men's football tima asata. One? So for us, tikale tukumusata kumano, the fact that she belongs to a Chinese team. How inaga ndota inaga ku China mutani amwitala. Let's hope kunena kuti mwina so ampasampata because maiko ampira ndi ampira. And ku China si kwampira ai. My player akapita ku China like they are forgotten. When they said we've got men's player that have gone ku China. Kusia league ya ku England, kusia mwina maliga ena ndikupita ku China and they were forgotten. They when they are at their prime but they were forgotten, you know? So I think my point is mwina auwaniwa ka ma agent wake atabanga dongo solo lo tesa contract kaya aganiza zona kuti mwina agwirebe contract ja kufikira kuti ite, but then they should be, I mean she should have a team yonena kuti kandi yakumene alili ku France kaya ku Italy kaya ku England kumano tiziziwa nena kuti player uyu ndi player wa timu ya PSG ndi full player ndithu kuti at the end of the season sikuti abwerera kumbuyo ayi sikuti abwerera kuti timu yake yakale. So that's my only worry, but I'm so proud of her and I think kuti atsikana ena amene ali ku Malawi kuna amene amaswera football, they are inspired.
I think her story is very inspiring, and for me it's just a thing of I just want to encourage Malawians to say whatever it is that you do, do it, put in more effort, work hard on whatever craft that you're in. You never know where it might take you. This young lady just started playing soccer and you know, from school, from wherever she was staying at a young age. And actually, she started being noticed from there. She's a good player. Wakala kupita matimo siana from how good she is. Yeah. So it's a thing of if you're good at what you do, you're gonna be noticed and you never know where it can take you. So just work hard, put in effort, and then you never know. The world is full of possibilities, which means you can get anywhere. You can think beyond Malawi. Do not just think of, let me be a star in Malawi, but think beyond Malawi so that you can be a global star.
Do you know what that is taking me to, you know? Thinking of, you should not just think of Malawi, but think of global, okay? It means whatever skill, whatever talent that we have, tikamakhala nayo ku Malawi kunoko, Malawi should not be our target, okay? Either I'm skilled at football, right? Nima play ambiri ku Malawi kunoko, mwina mangothera ku Malawi kuno, you know, like they don't go even ena South Africa, mwina ena ngopita ku South Africa kusela ma season awiri atatu ndikumabwerako ena ku Zambia ku Tanzania kumene, you know. So what I'm trying to say is, as you said, whatever that you are good at, perfect it, okay? Be good at it. Kuti target yako isakhale pa Malawi yeka. Because why are you saying that? It means there's a certain standard where we are rated. We are rated globally.
You need to be a star.
They are my international standards.
Yes.
Okay.
And if you're so good at what you do, you can still be special despite wherever you are.
Yeah.
You can be in the UK and gonna be a star. You can be in America, you're gonna be a star.
Yeah.
You can be in China, you're gonna be a star because your skill is beyond, you know, it's beyond ordinary.
Exactly.
So that's what I'm saying. Whatever skill you have, put in more effort, perfect it so that you're still outstanding.
You stand out on international standards.
Exactly. You still
right?
stand, yes. I know why you're emphasizing on this. But that's another story. However, all I'm saying is you need to stand out wherever you can be. Like, for example, for me, I'm a fashion designer.
Yeah.
Whatever skill I have in my designs, I need to perfect my skill where it can stand like all this.
Look beyond Malawi.
So it's a thing of like I can be in America and my design should still stand out. I should still dress some other people, and people should be like, whoa, who dressed you? And that's how you need to be thinking.
Exactly.
Don't think about pota malinazo yazachitenje ozodani tima design tina target odune samabanga and then that's it, and you think ndikangodziwa zimene zozo basi. No, have your own original style and perfect it. Be special. And if you're special, you're gonna have a market anywhere you go, because there'll still be people that will like your work and they will resonate with you. Despite where you're coming from.
So they're looking, people are out there looking for what is good and something that will stand out.
Yeah.
Okay?
The key word, stand out.
Stand out.
That's
okay?
Because if you're the same as everybody else,
no.
How are you going to make it,
there has to be an exception.
But in that country, so that are good. You need to stand out beyond whatever country you're in or wherever you're coming from.
So we are stressing a point here. Kunena kuti Tabitha Chawinga, she's playing outside this country. Okay? It means kuti at the rate she is, ma team wa Malawi kunoko sanga mukwanise.
Yeah, she's special.
Because alipa international standard.
And she has even proved that by scoring so many goals being player of the season.
Yes.
Which means that kunokusowa
sakupikisana ukonda Malawi.
But she is still standing out.
Yes.
Wherever she goes, she is a star.
Exactly.
Those are the talents we need, and that means kuno mantu musamazidani musamazipregeses into zina. If you know what you're good at something, I think perfect it. You're gonna get somewhere one day. I'm a full believer of the world is full of possibilities and anything can happen.
Exactly.
You don't have to box yourself or limit yourself to what you can achieve.
Yeah.
You can achieve so much more in this life. You just need to set a goal. What's your goal? What's your standard? How do you want the world to look at you? You know? What is it that you have to offer? Yeah. And offer that, and people will appreciate your art. Do you know why
dikukakamira ababa standard iba? Okay? Because we want to sell out what we have, okay? We are a nation that is so consuming that we don't produce, and it's not like produce even this talent. Okay, because what is happening here is like Tabitha alikunja kumene kusa kulandira kwacha which means Tabitha is bringing in forex kumalawi kunoko. All right, so if we export our art, if we export the skills that we have, it means we are contributing to the development of this country, not just by entertainment and all that, but by also bringing in resources that are not here. Okay, stress a point kunena kuti let's craft whatever we have at a standard that can be recognized osati kumalawi kunoko kokai. But if you are a designer, a fashion designer, okay, you are a creative, someone in the creative industry. It means kuti you are putting up something. Yonena kuti even someone amene alikunja akaona chimene chijacho be like, what? You mean amene anapanga ichi ni munthu wa ku Malawi? That means if that person places an order, it means you are being recognized on international level. Amena kupanga recognize swa ku Malawi kuno kwai, which means your target is not just Malawi. You're targeting even people that are outside Malawi. So it means atamuika wina wake wa ku Zambia ndikukuika iweyo anaona kuti komano uyu wa ku Malawi Ngugi designs ndamena mapanga zinthu zotani zolongosoka. It means you wapanga break into a different market, which is not so kulimbana ndi material aku Malawi so ayi, but the standard that you've put ndi yoti even ena aga ku Zambia sangatani sangamake. You get it, right?
And the thing is, there's art you can learn, and then there's talent that Antoine is just inborn.
Yeah.
Right? They have it in them. So it's a thing of whether it's inborn or you learned, you just need to put in perfect it. You just have to perfect it and put in more work so that you stand out.
The inborn is just not enough. I'm telling you.
But naturally, they just know how to sing.
Yeah.
They can just everybody like, hey, there's talent in here.
Yeah.
But of course, I don't think we have musical schools like that. I think they're there. America, they go to music schools, they learn my beats, my chan-chan, my voices, and everything like that. So palantena ngati amene wokuti they had an interest in music, and then they had to go and learn about music and understand music, and then anaona okay, so let me try to do ABCD, and then they make their own sound and stuff like that. They're just naturally inborn. It's just in them. So whatever skill, whether it's you learned it or you're talented in it, or born with it, you can still perfect it beyond that for you to stand out, for people to actually see you and notice you. So just keep on whatever art you have, whatever skill you have, perfect it, and you just never know where you might take you.
There's a saying which says, practice makes perfect. Okay? It means you can have that inborn talent, yes. But if you're not practicing it, it means it cannot. He's working each and every day.
And everything can be learned.
Everything can be learned. Everything can be learned. So, I think I'll finish my contribution on this and saying, people that have skills, that has talents, whether in football, whether in music, whether in poetry, whether in kaya maomba zintu, kaya majambula and all that, those people that are in creative industry, or like you have skills and talents, perfect them and look beyond Malawi. Your target should not just be Malawi. Muzike pa standard yonena kuti anthu akumverani kapena akuonerani kapena they will pick you because you deserve it and you are outstanding. After atakupangani compare ndi player wa ku Zambia, atakupangani compare ndi woimba wa ku Zambia, ndi wojambula wa ku Zimbabwe, auna kunena kuti you are outstanding. They will not pick you up mokumverani chisoni. Kumalawi kuno tikhoza kumverani chisoni. We can listen to your music tikumverani chisoni. We can support your team tikumverani chisoni. We can support you as a player tikumverani chisoni. But there is a certain standard whereby pamene popo chisoni doesn't work. People will see the craft that you are making. People will see the skill that you have compared to other skilled players in the same industry. So perfect your prayer. Perfect your skill. Work on your skill, perfect it, and be outstanding globally. And we want the more of Tabithas kumalawi kuno kwa chulukire. That is only when you perfect your skill and be outstanding at an international level. I rest in my case, Madam Chair.
I think that's right. And for me, I think Tabitha is a living proof that you can be a star. You can do well globally, and I think of course that's women's football. And in men's football we have Gaba, who is also a good example of a football star that's making headlines beyond Malawi. He's been in SA, playing for different team ako SA kumene kuja, which means sadango vita ku SA ko ena aka naona kuti it's a talent that we need to have here. He can make some contribution ku dziko lathu so those are the skills that we need. We need more. We need to export a lot of Malawi's talent. We need it out there. Football, we have these two examples that are doing well. I think these are individuals, but also I can say Malawi netball team. Also, I think they do so well. They do so well in terms of netball, women's netball. So, keep up. All of you guys that are, selling Malawi. All of you guys, well done. Keep up the good work. Keep on keeping Malawi on the map, So, yeah. And I came across this story, and I think I wanted to have your contribution on it. This is, let me just get on it. Okay. In the US, they have banned abortion. Ma state ena. Ma state ena, they're allowed to have abortion. And it's just crazy how US is for me, like in terms of there's some there are state laws. Kuti ma laws only apply to certain states and they don't apply to the whole country. So like for this abortion case, like in the states of let me just read it for you guys. So right now, the state that has officially banned, this one is a recent state that have banned abortion, is Florida. In the US, there's Florida, Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, and Tennessee. These are the states that have banned abortion. However, Palima State so that abortion is allowed. And two examples of these states is North Carolina and Virginia. So in these states, people are able to get abortion.
Okay.
And in Malawi, I think our abortion case is still in parliament. Sizina sana ipangebe pass the bill to say is abortion allowed in Malawi or not. However, I know what the banjalan sogolo be mabangabeza abortion. But I don't know about the private hospitals or the government hospitals. If they do, kudi muntu akapita kuti akufuna abortion ngati amathandiza. I'm not so sure.
Yeah.
But I'm sure about banjala sogolo kuti imathandiza zimaya amene akupita kupanga seek abortion ku Malawi kuno, even though it's not legal yet. But I don't know, what's your take on this abortion issue?
It's very controversial. I mean,
to ban or not to ban?
Yeah, because palima perspective osiyana siyana, you know. Kumalawi kunoko we have seen the religious leaders, right, standing up saying kunena kuti no, we don't want this abortion law kuti ikhazikike kumalawi kuno, ali ndi zifukwa zawo, you know, zimene akukanira. Okay, so it's very controversial. I mean, kumalawi kunoko taonapo atsogolera mipingo akubwera poera kunena kuti ayi ife sitikufuna nkhani za ma-abortion ndipo lamulo limene lisaloledwe. Taonapo enaso amabungwe amene amamenyera maufulu a anthu akunenanso kuti ayi anthu azipasidwa ufulu otani woti akhoza kuchosa pathupi. You know, if you ask them, aliso ndi chani, aliso ndi ma-scenarios awo amene akunena kuti ife we are saying this because we want kunena kuti anthu azikhala ndi ufulu chifukwa cha izizi. For example, munthu wagwiriridwa, okay, munkakamiza kuti akhalebe ndi mimba asakufuna, you know, those are like their backings, their backing points. Unena kuti yayi munthu alole na anthu azichosa mimba chifukwa there is no way munthu ungakhale ndi mimba yonena kuti sumayifuna chifukwa and idzi kukumbusa za zinthu zina zimene zinachitika nthawi zonse kwamamuona mwana wachandi, all that. So for me, I'll tell you what I can tell you can be my opinion. Wanive said komano I like what the US is, okay, because they are into federal system of government whereby state iliyose makaidi manu wagazi you have said. Kumala kunoko we have seen people pushing for that same agenda, okay? Ajina chakufa not chakufa jihana, but ndani chihana yu mwana wako chakufa jihana ya amene ndo nsogolero afford. They've been pushing that agenda. Unena kuti okay, let's have a federal system of government. Akumpoto akhale ndi malamulo awo, apakati akhale ndi malamulo awo, awu kuso akhale ndi chani, akhale ndi malamulo awo. Zimene zimathandiza nena kuti ndi mmene chikhalidwe chanu mmene mmachionera mukhoza kupanga malamulo okukomerani pa chikhalidwe chanu mmene mmachionera. Because yes, we are divided by regions, but I will tell you kunena kuti ma region amagawa so ngati chikhalidwe pakati pamaoneka kwambiri kuti ndi pachewa. Of course pali ma tribes ena amene amanakhala kuti analowerera. You can find them kutiolo ngati angoni umapeza kuti makapeza ena kutiolo kwa avumbwe angoni omweyo tunena kuti ali pakati pa central region, you know. Achewa we know kuti achewa ndi pa central region.
A lot of them
okay. Ngati achani amanganja, you know, ayawo partly ali kumangochi ku eastern side umakapeza so chakusalima au kunthawi zina, you know, that kind of a thing. But my region amazatigawa mwachikhalidwe, which means it can be easy for a region to come together nena nakula muona kuti zinthu zimene zingatikomere ndizizi. Okay, let's have malamulo otiyenera ifeyo because it's all about our culture. Nthawi zina anthu akamanena zimenezo akamakhazikisa malamulo zimakhala kuti they want to favor zikhalidwe komanso ngati anthu mwina kaya religious factors ngati anthuso mwina angufuna ngokhala ndika umunthu. So ndi zinthu zoti ndi zinthu zovuta ukamapereka maganizo umayenera be ukhali kuti uli ndi maganizo ako. Because if I can ask you personally kuti Ngugi, what is your opinion on abortion? What can you say?
For me,
yeah,
I think everybody should have the right to what they want to do with their bodies.
You see?
I don't think you should tell me, no, okay, people, like for example, my issue, rape.
Yeah.
Maybe you were raped and then you got pregnant. I don't think anybody would want to keep a rapist child.
Yeah.
You understand? Because it's going to bring in all those memories. Or maybe an incident, you have done a mistake. Or, you know, like
what mistake?
I've done a mistake.
I've done a mistake.
Yeah, my mistake is not my shitty card. I've done a mistake, guys.
Mwina zimene zozo ndi zimene mwina anthu ena amalesa kuti
Koma komanso antena kuti pamakhala ena kuti mwina ana ang'ono mwina ana they are victims of rape or victims of zosiyana-siyana nde mwina samadziwa za planning, family planning, contraceptives.
I mean, if you are interested, you can plan of contraceptive.
To be la ondilali ngono mwina kubereka sizigwila zivuta matopi sana ukwime. You know, the things like those. So you need to look into all these things. And for me, and to just generalize it, despite whatever reason a woman can have to want to abort, I just want everybody to have the right to say, you know, this I don't want this, and they should be able to.
So for you, I think it's good. People should have the rights to freedom to do what they need to do with their bodies. Okay.
Of course, it's so into this and I figure, but you yourself, you need as a woman. Got the muntos indigile. Let me talk of antos indigile. You need to know. Then you need to protect yourself so that you don't get yourself in the scenario where it's like, I've done a mistake. You understand? You'd rather uzitete zeletu kuti zisafike pamene po. Komano pali ma issue na ma circumstances like rape, all these other things that can happen. Kuti maybe you've ended up being pregnant, what you didn't want, you didn't plan or things around it. So antungada amene waino khandu ufulu wawo nena kuti asankhe kufuna kusunga mwanayo kabenayi. But I just want everybody to just have the freedom. But I know kuti I'm not encouraging anything. It's just a thing of I just want people to have the freedom because this is been dissolved. Sinanga, when you talk about
religious aspect,
the religious point of view, ama palizintu zina so it's like no. Mulungu akudalisane ndi mphaso ya mwana mufuna banji kuti yes, you get it. But then biologically, there are also certain things to be looked into when being pregnant. Mina, you don't have. And I'm talking about mina funo just a mimbe. I wanna what mina sagwanisa samalila mwana. And I'm akauti sana bange plani. Olo mina bambo wakana mwana.
If you don't have a plan, just don't have sex. Just don't have unprotected sex. If you don't have a plan, of raising a child,
you need to know the consequences of whatever that you're doing.
Exactly.
So you need to make sure you protect yourself so that you don't get yourself in that kind of problem. But people under the circumstances, it's a different scenario. But all in all, there should just be freedom. They should basakale wudi. Let's tirani pangokabe ufulu wonena kuti winesa abange mena kuganiza ngati ntima woma na ineyo sininga ngati anthu akuchalichi ana kuti mwina zachitikira ana kuti zimene zosizololedwa iwo atsatire so zimene amakhulupirira asapange abortion amene akuona kuti ineyo ndisitha kufuna kupanga izizi azikhaso ndi ufulu oti apange zonsezi ndizothandizira winali
yes.
For at the end of the day ukakakamizaso zinthu zimavuta. So
because you know what, even though we are saying this, kuti kaya mwina amachali chamakhala akupita kukapanga mademo unena kuti isitufuna izichitike.
And not just churches as well, but also in my personal belief amapanga belief kuti
exactly.
If you have a child, if you're pregnant, have a child, abortion is not allowed and stuff like that. The people in my personal belief are also they're against abortion.
So this is what I wanted to say, Kuti. It doesn't mean Kuti it's not happening out there.
No, it is happening.
Tifuna tibwereze pamene popo. Inde tikhoza kunena kuti abortion sinavomerezeke ku Malawi kuno, amachali chakulimbana nayo. People have also different opinion on that. Komano, it doesn't mean abortion is not going down.
It is going down.
It's happening.
It's happening. Kubanja sogola I'm sure alindima report yodziwa kuti chaka chatha anthu akudi aborted.
Abudula anthu akudi
akuziva alina ma report onse. They can
because
tell us.
I had an interview. When was that? I think in February at this certain international. No, it's an organization. I think in this Salon Wambe. I was asked a question. Okay, so I'm a procurement professional. Komano dinafuso kunena kuti nkhani ya abortion mmayiona bwanji. You know how they put me at that corner kunena kuti kulakulu kodi ku procurement kuti zikagula koso mimba, you know. But I was questioned kunena kuti tell us your opinion pankhani ya jani, pankhani ya abortion. Ndana ndipasa scenario example nena kuti iweyo kusunga mwana wa sister wako nde mwana wa sister wako uja ali pa school, okay, this is how they put it. Mwana wa sister wako uja ali pa school nde wapezeka kuti mwana wa sister wako uja ali ndi mimba. ali pa skulu ali form 2 nde wapezeka zoti ali ndi mimba mungapange bwanji? I say I'm a pastor. I mean like I'm a Christian, I should say, not a pastor. I'm a Christian, okay? Nde andifusa limenelo mungapange bwanji? So iwo they are looking at sogolo la mwana. Wanive said they're looking at sogolo la mwana, they are looking at kuti mwanayo afunika apitirize skulu.
Iweyo, what are you looking at?
Ineyo, what I'm looking at, wani moyo ndi wake, we've got separate lives. Iyeyo ndi moyo wake, the risks that can come because of all those processes ndi abwera pa moyo wake. Ineyo no, I have to give an opinion as a parent, okay, as a guardian. Ase fuso nandivuta kuyankha. Wanive said kumano, I think in the end they still forced me kuti ndipereke chani, ndipereke biyankho.
What was your opinion?
My opinion was unena kuti kumene koko.
Okay.
Which
maybe right now let's put it like this.
Yeah.
And I've said my own opinion.
Yeah,
I
you've
want
said your
people to just be to have the freedom.
Yes.
Iweyo, what's
what
your
can
opinion?
be my opinion? Very difficult one.
What do you want?
Like
do you want abortion to be banned, or do you want abortion to be taking place?
I cannot be a fan of people aborting.
I don't think anybody is.
No. But because it's for me as I take it, indeed must engage it. So I will not tell you, I'm not a fan, but I know there are situations and circumstances that force people to be in a certain position. Unapeleka example nena kuti awanandi basa example ndi mwana wa nyumba mwanga kuti wapeza kuti ali ndi mimba, my niece wapeza kuti ali ndi mimba. What can I do? I told them, I think I will not support abortion. I will not tell the kid to abort. Mwina.
So that's your take.
That's my take.
So you'd rather have it banned in this case.
Because I think pena packet ndimanena kuti anthu oti ndi akuluakulu inu ndi awo mwapanga chibwezi mwapanga chibwezi mukuziwa kuti unprotected sex ikhoza tipangisa kuti tipasane mimba, matenda ali pambali ikhoza tipangisa kuti tipasane mimba. Tikapasana mimba, are we ready? I think these are the things that we have to be talking about. Tisanafike pokapanga solve problem. Tisanafike pokapanga solve za abortion. Tikambirana nena kuti how responsible are we when we are doing things? Tikamafika kuti tili pa chibwezi, tapanga chibwezi. Tikambirana sotani. Okay? So we all know kuti unprotected sex can lead you to have a mimba. Unprotected sex za matenda zisiyoko, matenda kambeza mimba. Mukuziwa zonsezo, you are all matured. And then mupeza zoti mwagonana mwapanga sex, mwana mimba pani mimba. Ndeno munene zoti mukupanga nene zoti tendi chose. That's on you. Okay, now there's a situation where kaya mwana wa zaka 10 wagwiriridwa, kaya mwana wa zaka 12 wagwiriridwa. I think for achipata lapereka maujeni awo pamene pachoti no mwana iwachepa sangapite, she can't go through all that process. I think I'll sympathize with that kid and be like, man, just do whatever you can.
So
just
I
keep
guess
the show.
you're more of, you want the freedom as well, pretty much.
Not I want the freedom, but I'm not. Innocent of person freedom. Innocent of person freedom. I cannot allow you to abort.
No, but then so it doesn't work like that. It's either you're in for abortion or you're not. So which means if you're saying kudi mwana wa circumstances utomulola, pamene muntozi ndigira sungamlola.
Yes, because they had all it takes to control it.
But then here we can only, like in this country, they only have to decide one way.
Yeah.
Which is either letting the freedom or banning it.
Commando, it cannot be fully banning, but I think akoza kupereka mwina imene ndikunena ya under circumstances anybody
can lie, but they can lie. How are you gonna know this is the truth?
No.
What if you say you were raped but you're not raped?
You have to have like a proper story, but you have kaya mukanama ku police zimene ukafika ku report. Exactly. You need to have a medical report.
Not everybody reports.
You need, but you have to. If it is a law there, you have to have your case. That's my opinion. See how we say. That's my opinion. I will tell you kuti I will allow it on circumstance. Mwana wagwiriridwa. Let mwanayo apitirize school yake. Pangani zimene mungapange to save mwanayo. Chifukwa mwanayo sangakalowe muleba ndikupanga all that. It'll be a mess. Muloleni mwana atani apitirize kaya maphunziro. Take it out. Okay? Wankulu wagwiriridwa. Atipase so maripoti. Onena kuti ineyo ndagwiridwa. This is a police report. Akuchipatalana guys and all that, because all that happens. Okay? Kaya akugwirirani muchibwezi mukanenaso zonsezo kuti andigwirira muchibwezi. Komano whereby munapita ndithu kaya ku Mount Sochi kaya ku Sunbed mwapita umene kuja akugonani. Mwapezeka kuti muli ni mimba abambo akukanani foti ali ndi banja lomwe mumadziwa zoti ali ndi banja. Come on, you knew all that. So for me, it's gonna be based on circumstance. I cannot give it a freedom. Hey, it's just a member. I cannot do that.
No, but also I don't think people. Of course, there are always reckless people, but I don't think the people are that reckless to just say "Goody ungobanga zinto basi arenga mimba now." Oh, rugango.
You people are doing that. People are doing that. People are doing that.
There's a child involved.
People are doing that. Of
course, people do. That's and doing na banja sogolo kuja.
Tilibera mulo. So you are for them account of funding. It's easy to do that.
But all in all, I like the freedom for people to have the freedom.
Yeah.
However, please educate yourself about family planning. Kubanja sogolo amabelega, use condoms. Majanchani azmaya mena, you can do majakseni, palima piuzi, palizosiana siana. I think atikana agwenela kuti adziwe njira zonse zakulela. If they're not good at indichibwezi yakuba, if we're not encouraging sex, you know, komatungo nina kuti ngati mulibe mu situation ngati amene, just make sure kuti muliotetezedwa kuti musakhale mu situation where you have to debate yourself kuti should I abort or not. You need to be in a situation when you're pregnant, you need to be ready to carry a child. And if you're not ready, protect yourself at all costs. Kuti zisafike kumene gogo. That's all I can say. Kuti young women out there, protect yourself. If you're not familiar with family planning methods, go and find out information in yaulele. Kutopila banja so gojo kufusa. Kodi neo kuti ndizibangaza kuti ndisatenge mimba. Ndikuenda kuti ananena akupasana makondo mwijo. Amapeleka makondo maulele, I'm sure. You know, pali makondo musatigana as bambo as mai. You can choose which one you want to use. So get information. Zisafike kumeneko. People under circumstances, there should be a way out for them. That's flexible. That's all I can say. But let's just civic educate ourselves about all the family planning. Because I think it's makamina kusadziwa ologudi mina. Because as a woman, you need to be in charge. Do not musadengeke gudi mamuno anduza zakudi. Because at the end of the day, I mean, my bills in Tazina mina sa girasun chido. I'm an they're 99.9%. So I'm not talking about what you did that. So 1% go nikameneka kugwela tu mene lolo. Or even condoms they can break or whatever. So you just need to make sure you as a woman, you're in charge of your body, you're in charge of yourself, you're able to make the rules. Do not allow men to just say, oh, you're having unprotected sex anyhow, and you mimba agugutawani mukuswa now wuziga in this kind of case. So civic educate yourself, protect yourself at all costs. That's all I can say to women. But we're still waiting. Decide until then. Meanwhile, let's just protect ourselves. But however, I like that ku US ngari state yako imagana zmenezo. You can travel to another state. Which is crazy, but at least they can follow what they want. I mean against in the goody basi yakala. Not in the state, bang against the that means they're there. They are free. You can go to the states that are free so that you can be able to exercise your rights on your body and stuff. But that's it about that. Kanizana's and talking about that, there's also a certain story that happened in the US about this guy. I just want to read it out to you guys, a little background. So there's how do I say a couple? Okay, there is this guy's name is Christopher J. Grigor. So this guy was charged with child endangerment and murder for the death of his son. So mwanake this case happened in 2021.
Okay.
So what happened was this guy has a gym. Yeah, and then he's co-parenting with the baby mama.
Yeah.
Then mwana nali oti wapitano kwake kukamuona and stuff. But mina mabangela co-parenting. So what happened was anapeza zoti adamunena mwana wake kuti wanene pesa, he needs to lose weight.
Okay.
So because of that, anamiga pa treadmill mwana. And then treadmill jadi you can decide kuti kale slow kuti uzienda or it has so many levels. Ufuna ka speed yaikulu zilindiwe what you can handle. Napeza zoti this guy anamiga mwana pa treadmill. Yeah, high speed to speedy je this child could not take it. And we are talking about a 7-year-old child, right? A young child. So anamiga pa treadmill but amati kungo kala. Amatsetseleka kugwa pansi. And mwana uchichifuna kuti mbambaka muopseza akumupanga zinthu zijamwa force pesa zokuti kukakwelaso kugwa. This happened more than 5 times. The dad was not doing anything. He was literally just there watching. And this child, because he was so scared, anali pamene pajabe kumapanga be sprint, you know? And what happened was, I think after a few days, my child doesn't seem like he's okay. Anamutengera kuchipatala kuja zinapeza zokuti after atamupanga naye chenjera ndapeza zoti ngatola naye ndi my injuries, my inner injuries and then starting to find out what happened. The mother was like, the child has been okay. It was only kutiko kwa bambo wake. And then atafufuza kuti what happened kwa bambo wake mpamina anazanena kuti anali pajani pa treadmill amampanga force kuti akhale pa treadmill kuti apange lose weight, which was what the dad wanted. And for me, what caught my attention with this story is like, why would you do this to your own child? This is your own child. Why are you forcing this child to say apange lose weight? Let this child decide. Yeah, bali level okay, this is too much. Let's help our child. Let's watch sakale overweight.
Yeah.
Right? Komano sizori, if you can see the video, mwana sizori really needs that help.
Yeah.
He should lose weight. Not even. Komano, it's a thing of why are you forcing a young child could abange lose weight? And on top of it, you should know wamigla speedy aigulu and agugwabanse kubwedegega and you're there watching. This is your own child. Why would you want to kill your own child? Why would you want to hurt your own child? For me, it doesn't make any sense. I kind of feel like some people don't deserve to have kids, honestly. So zena no mango. Kumango denga, mango nina let's have a child. Just because you can have a child, it doesn't mean kudi so mumuzuze mwana uja chifojo kudi now is you don't have to do that because this is so saddening. Why would you do this to your own child? I don't know. Like, you have a child. I'm sure you would do whatever it takes to protect your child. But people that are there to hurt their own kids, I think there's something wrong with them because that's not normal. Because I remember there was also a certain case that I saw of a guy literally killing his own kids, shooting them. This is a case that happened also in the US. I think in the US, there are a lot of crazy stories that happen. This guy literally shot his own kids. All of them. Why would you do that to your own kids? But I mean, this was just saddening, and I thought, it's not right. And Malawi also, I've seen just recently, I can't tell which day exactly, online, a woman, I think, went to church. Kanapita church kujazabezaza kuda nakamusiya mwana kutoilet ya church kungomugoneka mwana bansi kumusiya kumunyanyala. And I'm like, why would you do this to your own? This is your own child. Mwalela mwana 9 months. Mamu, you have kept this child 9 months. Wagula kusanali wouldn't be newly born. I think another months old. Yeah. Couldn't a few months, 2 months, 3 months, and then you just decided, good, you want to get rid of this child by just dumping this kid toilet with church. That's not on. I think this is one of the cases that I've seen Malawi of actually parents abusing their own kids, and I think I've also seen a case where mwana wangobezega amtaya munjila ena even kumuponya mujitsime kumene Malawi I've seen this kind of cases as well. So it's not just America where this kind of things are happening. Malawi this kind of cases, and they've also been reported. Goody, the media let us know goody apeza mwana just abandoned, and I don't get it. How do you, as a woman as well, as a mother, as a parent, how do you get to that position of actually abandoning your own child, number one, or even hurting your own child? Like, what is going on in your head for you to do? Because until I'm talking issue, financially, I don't know what cases might be involved. Or there's no present father. But there should be places where people can ask for help. Kuwabanga adopt yana and they're looking for kids to adopt. Kuwapitisa kuma orphanage or something. Komosari endangering your own child. For me, I just find it inhuman, to be honest, to have somebody doing this. I don't know what is your take on this.
Because what we don't have like the facilities like ma orphanage or wherever.
Orphanage alipo.
Of course alipo. Komano I don't know that the thing is the manena unena kuti anthu ena kama ngobadwa ankhaza, right? Like kungobadwa muntu wankhaza basi.
These people don't deserve to have kids.
You know, they don't deserve even to be alive.
Yeah.
Because we're talking about someone who is hating his own son. Okay, this is someone who might probably have hurt mina so agaze age. That's why maybe the reason they divorced, you know. It just doesn't happen. Zima kagunena kuti muntu ali ndi vuto lina lake waniva. So I think the thing is, I've said kuti anthu ena anangobadwa ankhaza and pali zinthu zina zake zonena kuti timafunika tiziziona like tikamakhala in a society bwino munthu wankhaza saso ayi. Wanive said munthu wankhaza samasowa. So izizi timakhaza kuti tinaziona mwina masaize ankhaza like during the relationship and all that. Komano basi tinazipasa kajani ka blind eye kuti basi tisazione zinthu zija and all that. Komano the signs are there. Kuti munthu yuyu ndi munthu wankhaza, but we still choose to be with a person. People are being abused in the relationship. So if someone can abuse you in a relationship, what gives you hope if you have a child, the person can treat them better, you know? So and when I go to the they will just mistreat you popanda vudo linali lose because mwana obeza zoti ali kaya overweight nde osagwirisa ntchito njira yoyenerera. As you have said, anakatogwirisa ntchito njira yoyenerera. Kumpasa zakudya zoyenerera
kuti asamakhale akungonini.
You get it, right? Like ukambirana ndi akazi ake unena kuti okay, can we do something? Okay, we are co-parenting. Can we do something? Mwana watu is overweight. Can we do something? Good, at least you should be watching my music and all that. Good, at least asafike pena pake. That was a conversation, a healthy conversation. I mean, a normal person can have.
And also, Malawi, I don't know what are the rules towards child abuse in terms of that. It's not like just your own child. Because until now, mwana wanga eka have to protect them at all costs, but then mwana mwina omupeza olo mwana oti wabanga adopti olo mwana oti mwina indijilema because balantena kuti they can abuse atoka ndi mwana ndi mwina mwana uja wabadwa ndi vuto ina lake. Zimapeza zokuti ampanga abuse mwana uja chifukwa choti wabadwa ndi vuto ena akwapasa mwina akwapasa mavuto osiyana pakhomba. Jambo zoti mwana uja sakumusamalira sakumuthandiza bwinobwino chifukwa choti ali ndi ulemali wina wake umene oti it's costing them and everything like that, and then akumpanga abuse. And kunoka I don't know kuti anthu amakapanga report ma cases because I'm sure kuti balantena kuti amapanga nkhaza ngati zimene zizi with their own kids or even kids what they have adopted, but it's not right to abuse kids. Ngati muzoti simungakwanise kumusamalira kumukonda mwana wanu bwinobwino oloka mwana oti omungu muthandiza kwibwino, let these kids go to my orphanage. I know kuti kunja kumakhala ma foster homes where anthu amatha kungotenga ana amene ali ma orphanage ora amatha kungoasamalira. You'd rather send these kids to malo kuti akasamalidwe or anthu amene oti they are willing to take these kids to take care of them. And like kumakhala ndi ana oti mugwa nzuza. I do not support child abuse in any way. Like you don't have to do that to a child. You'd rather let the child be free. Kamsiya nuko orphanage olo I don't know ndondomeko zina kuno kundizota
do we have those orphanages?
But you know
do we have those facilities?
I'm not so sure kuti zimaenda bwanji komano anthu amene makolo amene apezeka zoti they're abusing their kids. And I would encourage kuti ana amene akuzuzidwa azikapanga report so that they are protected. Kuti amakola azimangidwa, they should be not just kumangidwa, koma they should face the law.
Yeah.
Because that's a case. Koma I'm sure they just get away with it. Because when I saw malamulo, amangokhala osapanga report into these people need to be arrested because that's not right.
Yeah, of course they have to be arrested, but I feel like there's so many gaps like in our system.
You cannot just be you. Koma mwina kudziwa yena ake kuti upanga nkhaza ngati zimene zizi. Kodi mwana amene atoka upanga report kuti you.
Yeah.
You know. But I'm sure human rights.
That's why I'm saying kunena kuti there are so many gaps in our systems. Because even I don't know any kaya mwina. Do you know any of kaya kandi foster home kandi orphanage ya boma? Have you ever heard anything like that? Ma foster homes amene kwanena mwina kaya ku US ndi amakama facilities aboma. Said
I think once you sign up kuti you can take other kids or mina kuvudiga.
Yes.
You can
but apart from that, as a government system, palimalo nditoti ndi aboma oti boma limapanga monitor. Panopati kozo kamba za social welfare. Maboma ma district ma social welfare office and all that, do they have like malo nena kuti chabwino akamva zoti mwana wino akamazunzika ko.
Olo wataidwa.
Akakate ngomene kujama akasiya kuti you find out kuti mwina they take the responsibility of getting the child kunyumba mwao, which sometimes pamalamulo so it's not allowed. It's not supposed to be like that. Which means we've got a gap in our system whereby in this way kumano, where can we take the antuaja ma victims aja? We are rescuing them. Yes, we are rescuing them from the situations, but where are we putting them?
Also, as
we have the facilities.
Mazmai, amena banga zinkaido yota yana o agabezega, they need to face the law. Because first of all, inuyo ngati simafuna kusunga mwana mudakapangiratu zinthu zikumamlilo before even making this child already
mwanagwisa ntchito makondomu
zisafike ukuku chifukwa baba mamulolera mwana you bring a child into this life and then you abandon this child already makhala kuti you are dooming this child future because apopo ndotakula movutika from one home to another olozwezo alibire tuchithandiwaswera tuchithandizina chilichonse and is already on this earth atani mwana amene mwangomutaya muchimbudzi amene mwangomusiya pansewu atani ayinokhala ndi kholo kuti amutetezere kholo parents are there to protect the kids, to educate the kids. And then now akangomutaya pansewu ndi mwana ndizija zimuzoti amakhambiri ena amathokana amaskini omweyo ena amakhala nango they were just abandoned. They were just abandoned and they had to learn to survive. Ndizija amapemphesa munsewu akutani akuba chifukwa they just need to survive chifukwa kholo lina lake was reckless enough to not do the right things for their child or for themselves. Now I'm in this kind of danger.
Because I'm saying kunena kuti if we had that system, kunena kuti okay, tilindi kaya ma foster homes in Lilongwe,
they can take up to Anambi.
Or they are receiving support, okay?
Yeah, because another thing is support is
exactly. Because you are rescuing someone. So muma kadu mampulumusa huku, zimene akakumana nazo huku, akakumana nazo zosiyanaso. You know, and even maybe even also the treatment. And I'm even in the foster homes, they've been raped. You know, like my orphanage, they have been raped. We've got my issues. Akukondana kwa vumbwe kuli orphanage yake nzungu magonana. You see, so someone you've rescued him from a certain situation. Magampeza some situation in ori antu amutandize komaso they are taking advantage over them. They are raping them. Okay, so you need to have like proper systems that are well monitored and well supported. Kunena kuti anawa tikatenga chabwino akuzunzika mmanyumba because as you said kuti even kunja akangova so if you abandon olokungosekera mwana galimoto pa mo ndikumupeza polisi mwana ochama kulanda. Okay, olo mwana ngopeza zoto angompeza yeka mu ayo ya muka mu shop yeka kungoenda ama kulanda mwana ucha. Which means ngata kumulanda akampase keya imene yosunga mpase. Okay, which means kuti akumpulumusa sikuti akamponyaso muzenjerina ayaye, but they are going to take a very good care, which means there's a system and kumene kucha kumakhala ma mental health therapists oti psychologically they should be helping the kids kuti asakuleso ndi machani ndi ma issues ndi ma mental issues. They should be helping them, which means kuti kuli malo oti akuphunzira, kuli malo kuli zakudya zokwanira bwinobwino, akudya moyenerera. Ukasafika ponena kuti wakwanisa kukhala pa mulingo onena kuti you can have the child back, that means akupeza kuti uli ndi nani, you are able to make money and all that, amakubwezera mwana ucha. What have said? And it means this kuti iweyo unaliso pa support yonena kuti you were seeing a therapist. Okay? Kunena kuti what was your problem? If you have my other issues, nde kuti uperekeso mavuto ako, therapist akuthandize, and the therapist uja kwena apange recommend unena kuti she was under a therapy or the parents were under a therapy, nde kuti tathandiza, and now they are in a capacity onena kuti akhozotani, they can raise a child together. Komano we don't have those structures, we don't have those systems on the ground, and we expect unena kuti zinthu zingotani. Yes, munthu akagwidwa amangidwa, but akamangidwa, what next?
Also, it's about this child's future.
Yeah.
What is...
It needs to be taken care of.
Yeah, they need to be protected. Yeah. They need to go to school.
So, there are so many gaps. That's what I can say.
Yeah, I think it's just a matter of looking into this kind of issues. Kuti boma la chitapo kantu. Because I'm sure orphanage, they can do what they can do. Komaso kuti pa support ya ikulu zitabe kuthandiza kuti anthu amene apezeka ma situation ngati they at least helped, you know, and protected. You know, so it's really crazy of what's happening.
Yeah.
And these are just not the only issues that are happening in terms of abuse. Yeah, of course. However, we just hope people like this, they die too. Because if you're killing your own child, what do you expect? You want to leave?
Yeah.
You just killed somebody else. So they're not supposed to leave at all. They need to face the consequences. But anyway, me and you can talk and talk. We always have so many things to talk about. Maybe let's wrap up with this story. Yeah, I just saw recently the government is planning kuti mange manyumba ma minister. So sinanga ma minister, they're given house allowance.
Yeah.
So because they're given house allowance, they thought we should start saving. I'm sure I think analipo gale manyumba ma minister sinzore zinaenda bwanji koma be banova I think ma minister ali bambiri mina matoka manyumba ao koma they're given house allowance. So there's planning kuti they should construct 30 houses in Ilongwe for cabinet ministers, which kuti agabanga zimene zozo, it will help them save 360 million every year. Kuti agamanga manyumba ao azibanga be at least save this amount of money. And I think it's not entirely a bad idea to build the houses for the ministers. They need that. Of course, because they should be able to have their own homes anyway. Then they prefer to have their own homes. I don't know but on this issue, what's your take?
Because if we give you nyumba, even in Garisu Kalamu, it means we can't give you like a house allowance, you know? Because
that's
what it means. Because that's what it means. Because then what does it mean? Kuti mumangire muntu nyumba and then he choose not to stay in the house and demand the house allowance. What's that? So it's either you kautenga nyumba yo kauka rent
but can they, I don't think they can be allowed to be renting.
Yeah, but what it means is the moment we give you a house, it means you no longer demand money from the government ya nyumba. It's a good move if you ask me.
That's what I'm saying. You know, so I think I'm in support.
If you ask me, it's a good move because in long run you find out that we are spending a lot of money. So we can have maujen, we can have nyumba zabwino nditu zoti anthu aja wamangira kuti okay, this is your houses, and I don't know. That's why I always blame the system, because if you look at Malawi Housing Corporation, okay, they could have done that way back. Akanakhala kuti apanga zimene zokalekale kunena kuti
I'm sure manyumba analipo
manyumbao, and tunena pano muli manyumba akalekale mu area 12 mu area 10 mu manyumba oti ndi aboma koma sakhalidwa
ena anagulitsidwa.
Yeah, let's not talk about oti anagulitsidwa, but oti ndi aboma koma sakhalidwa because they are not in a good shape. Okay, in a state onena kuti even inu atakuuza nzoti tapita mukakhale mnyumba ivi simungavomera
iwe manyumba mangidwa nentitente
manyumba namangidwa kalekale
kuti mundu ikakhale pano libwino they need to be kuti akakonze.
Exactly. palima officials aboma angapo amboti tikwadziwa akuluakulu oti amakhala kuti apasidwa nyumba ya boma, they choose not to stay in that house ndikumala ndila house allowance. Okay, so we have the whole house there, you're not staying in it. Yes, we buy the excuse unena kuti sili in a good shape, but what is the government doing?
Because amene otenga salary ndikakonzera manyumba akuti azikhala musibasi
pezani ndalama konzani nyumbazo. Okay, zike mu state yonena kuti munthu lero li mukampasa, because all the officials that are mu Capitol Hill muli anthu onena kuti nyumba zawo zilipo kamuzo anamanga kalekale nyumba zija. It was just a matter of let's renovate them or let's use the spaces and build more houses. Chifukwa kuti ma area 10 ma area 12 ja kuli ma compound onena kuti kukhoza kukhala nyumba zimene zimakhala ma area 49 zama 15 by 30 kukhoza kukhala nyumba 10 in one compound. You find kuti nyumba imene mpando menoja ndi mwa munthu mmodzi.
Mu area 12 ndi muli mayadi.
You see?
Area 12 kuli makaji nyumba chimodzi koma chije.
Yadi chachikulu. It's just a kapinga konseko, you know? And we are talking about malo akuta. When you have all that space.
I think that time they thought kuti there's gonna be asama amakanga totisa kuzozoti tizichulukana mala kuchepa panapa amene akuvutira kupeza manyumbamo, because in space kuchepa mulongwe muno, everybody's coming in the city, city, there's no space.
So you have like 5 houses taking up an area yoti inakatha kutenga mwina almost 100 houses.
Planning yake dakakhala ngati imene yonena kuti there mwina ma upstairs houses amapanga safe spaces, so I mean nicely akulu bwino komano
apartments.
Nicely done.
Flow yakuti ndekuti ndi department of yakuti. Flow yakuti the Malawi Housing Corporation anatulusa kandi chani chiplani chawo chi strategic plan mu 2020 kuti they want to construct kayamati 10,000 houses, kayamati 100,000 houses. Up to today it's been 3 years, it's been 4 years. Sanamange polo alibe polo foundation. You see, and we want to develop. My initiative ngataonena kuti tifuna timange nyumba zama MP, tifuna timange nyumba zama minister. They were the ones to take it up. Tifuna timange nyumba za anthu ogwira ntchito kaya kuchani. They were the ones to take it up. Nyumba zija ndikumabwerekesa to the general public.
Or even nyumba zo
nyumba
or even nyumba zonena kuti za anthu ngati enafe.
Yeah.
A housing aja kunena kuti abange panopa we're living in a modern world right now.
Si zana manga mu 49 pa shirezi.
Oh, isn't so waiting is manyumba abo makalekale.
Aye, but Zanyuan, for me I would say good zakalekale is fine. But Zanyuan, there is no way you can build manyumba in 2021 and 2022 ngati zimene na manga pa shirezi. What's that?
Oh, is it police?
I also the police. Pa New Shire opposite Good Hope. Kumusuku. Nyumba za housing. Okay. Tiny houses in 2022 eating up space. What's that? Physical planning, where are you guys? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Construction is manyumba ya Malawi vano needs to be looked into. Because the space is nayo. But space is nayo, and I feel like we can do better in terms of planning for nicer houses, modern houses. Kuri as antu tizikala manyumba winabu nolongo soga.
There's no way you can eat up that space just to build a detached house in 2024. Really? Are we thinking? If like Susana need to pena bake kungo Susana utakula idea imkuiona banje. Really?
Ina sinzozo kuti zinthu zimaenda banje. But anyway, Malawi can frustrate you. And on that lighter note, we're gonna end it here. Unless mulindima woma.
Before we end it, anthu amene akumathawa ntchito zimene anapitira ku Israel ndikupita ndikumakagwira ntchito.
Mfuna mauze kuti jani.
Ndifuna ndauze kuti munthu kumalawi kuno akuti abwere foreigner kuti agwire ntchito kumalawi kunoko amayenera akhale ndi work permit. Okay, ndipo work permit yako podcast Malawi lakhazo tifuna ilembe producer wa ku Tanzania akamabwera kuno abwera ndi work permit yolembedwa kuti wakuti akugwira ntchito podcast Malawi ndipo contract yake ndi ya 3 years. Work permit yako ndi yachani? Ndi ya podcast Malawi. Siya MBC, siya Zodiac. So you will not come to Malawi ndikubwera ku podcast Malawi nduzona ka studio ka podcast Malawi ndakaka. Ayi basi. 2-3 weeks later kena kundupita pesa zuri kwakapeza ntchito ku MPC as a foreigner. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. So if you went to Israel, munapita patikiti ya farm, mwapita kumene kuja work permit yanu inuyo Israel yakulolani kupita kumene kuja chifukwa choti ndi you are a worker at that farm. So you are not supposed to ditch farm imeneyo kupita. The moment you leave the place, work permit yako ikunena za malo amenewo, the moment you leave the place and go kumalo ena ake, it means kunena kuti wapanga violate malamulo and akuyenera kukumanga and deport you. The people amene amapita ku America kapita kunja ukaphunzira, visa yawo imachita kunena kuti you are not supposed to get any job with this visa. That is why you find people onena kuti ena amakhuzata apanga deport chifukwa kumakhala nthawi ndithu period onena kuti akusesa immigration akumene kuti akuona wina aliyense. So kaya kupeza pa nyumba kuti you are working as a nanny koma munabwera iniyo ngati mwana wa school amakumanga and they deport you. So Malawi tentimvesese zinthu zininkhani ya malamulo sinkhani onena kuti takupasani mwapasidwa free visa kuti you can go there and work kwina kulikonse. Ayi, you go there, you work in a farm. Zikazabwera zina za kumabekale amenenso akuzalembera za kumabekale adzapita umene choti akugwira ku bekale osati ku farm.
But then also, when you were applying for those jobs, you knew what you need to work in the farm.
Exactly.
Why are you making the case so difficult? Work in the farm.
Work in the farm.
Nchito ngati yakula resign, come back home. Ngati mufuna kuti mukagwire kwinako pezani njira ina. Yoti mupeze permit yonena kuti mukagwire ntchito ndi zina zina.
Exactly.
Koma no sati, I know kuti it's not just Malawians.
Ndi anthu ambiri.
Anthu esama nationalities ena ndi ena so now so agwida nawo kumene. Koma let's not have these cases. Already ku Israel kwakhala kumakeso siyana, you know, ndiyeno tisachuluse so ma-issues ngati awawa. Anthu amene atsala amene mabwera aja atenganso ngati nkhalidwe tikuonesa nkhalidwe, they won't trust us. So if you know kuti iwe ukamapanga apply umadziwa kuti ineyo I'm capable of working ku farm. Hard work, you were capable of working at the farm. So musapange zinzo kuti tibiseso mbiri ya Malawi anatikondera kale anthu ambiri apita meno jambo thandizika and also they're still waiting for that opportunity tisebise mbiri chonde. Let's just follow the rules. That's all I can say. But
because even kumalawi kono immigration atangokhala serious leloli kuti they want to follow people that are working, foreigners that are working. They will apeza zoti akhoza kusesa anthu ena kuti anabwera pa organization iyi visa yawo sanasinthe apita ku organization they can wipe them away.
Ndimona ngati umalawi kunoso nkhani ya work permit iso sifoleda wambi amwenye ambiri I don't even think those guys will have paid for work permit.
Exactly.
Anakhala kuno
we're just not serious.
But
it's something that we can work on because we monetize. Zimene zimabweresa so drama because if someone is applying for a work permit amalipira ndalama.
Exactly.
Okay? But you will see kuti wina anabwera kuti akugwira ntchito Podcast Malawi, visa yake ndi ya Podcast Malawi. You find him akugwira kwina kwake. Nzanga yona kama ndonesa visa yake work permit anapeza ntchito ku Zambia. Okay? Ndama ndonesa this is the work permit. Of course ina ntengere nthawi but what it means is I can only work for this company. The moment I switch kupita ku company ina akandigwira andipanga deport. It's as easy as that. So you come for a farm work, you work as a farm worker. You come as a bakery worker, you work as a bakery because that's what your permit says. So just respect the law. Ndi malamulo. That's it, man. Gosh.
But anyway, guys, it's always lovely to have you guys listen to our conversation. Remember, Images Meeting is all about us giving out our own opinions on different topics that are happening. So if you guys also have different topics to different opinions against us, it's okay too. You can always say your own opinion, and that's okay. Until next time, keep watching Podcast Malawi. Bye.